Welcome back to the Cosmic Wheel. Welcome back to the Flightship, where we always make sure that you're personally comfortable and feeling well, and we never do anything weird. Yeah, welcome, guys. Have a merry Friday. It's a holly jolly Friday, and in case you didn't know, oh yeah, it's a Friday, Friday, Friday. Oh ho! Current viewers, none. Whoops. Ah well. These things happen. Nom 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 nom. How long's it been? Didn't even. Oh right, that's why. So yeah, it's good to see all of you. All zero. Hi guys. It's one concurrent. Okay, so I don't know which one of you doesn't exist, but like, I can hear your audio. Assuming that music is the game, so I can hear the game. Yes. I mean, it's the same theme that's been playing. It's the same background theme that usually plays. 30 cycles left, and we're all alone. Right. Oh, we need to study. Guys, it's time to do homework. Let's see what all the witch people are about, so we know about them. Read Patrice's demographics analysis. Let's see what Patrice prepared for me. Demographic: novices. The freshly ascended, witches in training that still haven't found their calling. To bear in mind how time works in this immortal society, some novices find their place in the first years, but some others may take decades. You don't need the approval of anyone to stop being a novice and join the ranks of the producers, academics, or explorers. On the other hand, warriors require tests first, and to become an oracle, as you're well aware, another oracle needs to dream about you. Strategy guide. The novices are usually pushed around by the rest of the witches, so they welcome any initiative that increases their rights and opportunities. Yikes. Alright, so the novices would like more rights. And to stop being hazed. What would you do if Sonic was real? Okay. There once was a man who... So, this guy named Fermi. I think it's Fermi. I hope it's Fermi. He did a lot of stuff with... You might know him, because he has an element named after him called, like, Fermium. And also a lab, and Enrico Fermi, and a lab, and he, worked on nukes, basically. It's fine. So, Enrico, you got the Nobel Prize. It's not important. I think Fermi is the guy... I might be wrong. This might be someone else. I'm sure I'll quickly be corrected if I'm wrong about this. But I think he did this thing. I hope this is Fermi. I think he did this where he had like thought experiments. He would do a thought experiment. He would ask how many piano tuners are in Chicago, I think, or something like that. Might not have been Chicago. I live near Chicago, so like that's the first one that came to mind. But you do this thing with piano, and ask that question. And the idea is once you ask that question, how you figure it out, how to estimate how many piano tuners are in a given city, is you have to start asking other questions, like how many people play piano in the city, and and how many tuners do you need per piano, and then you could look up that information to help you find the answer to your original question. All of which is to say, I have many, many clarifying questions that go along with the question of why is Sonic real? What would I do if Sonic is real? Like, what do you mean Sonic is real? Like, in what a known capacity? I guess I would have to know. If I didn't know, then obviously nothing would change. But is Sonic? Because isn't Sonic from another dimension canonically? What, like, if I met Sonic, or if I saw Sonic on the news? If I saw Sonic on the news, would I have to be would like would this be like a world where Sonic has always been real, or like are you asking how I would react to the revelation that Sonic is real? Uh, just assume that Sonic that was right next to you this very moment. I would scream. I would scream at the top of my lungs in pure fright. I might die of a heart attack. I'm pretty young for that, but like I would scream. I would like start immediately as soon as it was a dream. I honestly don't know how to process that. I think we humans, like, we make all these stories, like speculative stories about like how we would process a hidden people, like finding out if hidden world exists. But I'm not sure we actually know. I'm not sure we've ever actually. I'm not sure I actually would know how I would react, right? Because like, what do you say to that? My entire conception of reality would like be broken, and like I would have no idea. Like I'd probably go into shock if I convinced myself I wasn't dreaming. I would probably go into because like dreaming doesn't feel like dreaming. You know, like you can kind of tell when you can't tell when you're dreaming if you're dreaming, but when you're awake you can tell. So like I would probably like go into shock. That would be like my that would be what I would think, because like I won't be able to process the information. But first off, I would scream. Like, first off, like, if anything just appeared right next to me, I would scream. I'm very easily startled. I'm like looking over my shoulder. I would scream. I'm very jumpy. A very jumpy person. And so I would definitely scream. That's the only thing for certain. I think after that shock, and I don't know. Kind of depends on what Sonic says. Like, what does Sonic do? I'll be terrified for my very life. Like it's just, it won't be good. Boo! What do you mean, boo? Oh, you're trying to scare me? You can't scare me through text. I'm not that jumpy. Like, how would that even work? Oh no, it's another message appeared on the chat. Like, that would not. You got it. I'm easy to. Never mind. Also, just because I'm easy to make jump doesn't mean you should. Like, that feels mean. Unless you're booing me, because, like, you don't like that I would be terrified. Demographic academics. Boring. We're just so absorbed with the mysteries of this cosmos that they rarely do anything beyond studying it. That sounds boring. Academia. They're one of the most, if not the most, prestigious demographics, since they're constantly furthering our craft and talents. Although you don't necessarily need to be old or wise to be wise, academics are the oldest demographic on average. You can count them as the biggest elder representation of this race. In fact, so that's why, because I was thinking about the academics as young. I was thinking about the academics as more informed about, but I don't know. They're old. Never mind. Just don't ignore everything I said. What if Sonic had hyper-realistic blood from his hyper-realistic eyes? I'd still scream. If my initial idea was to be scared, and then you add extra shit on top of that, I think that the reaction would not change. Like, that's pushing it closer to screaming. I had hyper-realistic blood from his hyper-realistic eyes. Also, would they be hyper-realistic? They would just be realistic, right? Because, like, they exist in reality. Like, are my eyes hyper-realistic? You can't have something hyper-realistic unless it's, like, not real. Or I guess then his body would have to be not hyper-realistic, because it'd be in comparison. Because that's what makes hyper-realistic eyes weird. It's like hyper-realistic eyes in a non-hyper-realistic sense. Right? But, like, in real life, how do you achieve that effect? Because, like, it's supposed to be like, oh, it's super realistic on, like, in, like, a cartoon background. It's the game model Sonic with human eyes. Wait, like, you mean from, like, Sonic Adventure, too? Or, like, from Sonic the Hedgehog, the original, like, because, like, if there's, like, a two-dimensional sprite there, you know, then I'd still scream. I don't know. I don't know what this. You're not really bringing me away from the screaming aspect, but it would be weird. It would be weird. It would be weird. Hard to visualize, honestly. Might have a slight advantage in this front. Australia. Academics like quiet, control, respect protocol. They're pretty well off, so they'll welcome anything that maintains the status quo. Boo! Academics, quiet, control, respect protocol. Popcorn. Talk like the Forces model. I haven't played Sonic Forces. You think I'm a Sonic fan? I listed all 2 Sonic games. No, I forgot about the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sorry. 3 games, right? Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventure 2, and the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, all of which are very, very different Sonic models. 2 of which are in 2 dimensions. And unless you talk about the 3D parts of the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, I guess that's 4 models. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 and Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2 model. I don't know what that is. That's not true. I know they're like for like the Wii or something. We were gonna do that on Flightship actually. That was like one of our ideas. But to play that. But I never did, so I still don't know what that looks like. Prepared for me. Demographic producers. These witches have a penchant for milking the cosmos. Be it gardening, mining, sewing, or distilling dark matter. You name it. They pride themselves on providing. Without them, we'd all lose many comforts, to be honest. Producers and economics have an almost symbiotic relationships. Producers fund economics' endless research, and in exchange they reap the latest techniques for furthering the exploitation of this universe. That's a great way to say it. Jasmine is one of them, so she'll have the upper hand with this demographic. Producers have historically felt underappreciated, overworked. To cater to them, increase their quality of life and relevance. Oh, we could do that. We could do that. Oh, that's great. That's like almost revolutionary. Like we could do that. Yeah, you're not being appreciated. We can speak to that. Oh, we can do that. What would you do? Disappear? Oh, that's pretty. I wish I could disappear. That'd be cool. I'd have to reappear again, though. Otherwise, that would not be great. Moves exactly the title screen with the weird tweeting animation. But with human eyes. I don't know what that is. Spontaneous convention or becoming transparent. Now, becoming transparent is not disappearing, because you're still there. It has to be... spontaneous combustion is kind of disappearing, although you'd have to, like, incinerate. Personally, I think to fully disappear, you gotta not be there. So, like, I would think what you're looking for is, like, teleportation. Cease to exist, like Infinity War, or, like, so, like, erased from reality? Okay, so, like, in Infinity War, right, like, when Thanos snaps his fingers, I don't know, I never watched Infinity War, but, like, when Thanos says it's Thanos time, and Thanos is all over people, he, like... Everyone still remembers the people. They've not been wiped from reality. This is different from to me the classical version of ceasing to exist, which is when all trace of you has been gone and no one can remember anything about you. This may or may not have something to do with the fact that happens a lot in my D&D campaign. But that's what I classically think of when I think of ceasing to exist. You just don't know who they are. Here's a question, Turkey. I think is quite interesting. If someone came up to you and said, and you don't know who this person is, but they come up to you and said, "Oh, hey, I was your best friend, but I got erased from reality, and you don't remember me anymore." How would you handle that situation? Besides screaming, probably. Besides screaming, or so let's not focus on how this happens. If you knew, how would you feel, even if you just found some sort of evidence that, like, you had a best friend that was erased from reality, but you did not remember? And I'll read some more demographics to answer this. Trees prepared for me. Demographic warriors, hunters, guardians, soldiers, specialized in all kinds of combat and cosmic world warfare. keep us safe, provide rare materials from daemons and other dangerous beings, and they also craft weapons. Yeah, we're not going to be popular among them because we're making their lives harder by putting ourselves in danger. Whoops. It's the hardest group to belong to us. It's a very demanding occupation. We barely count a dozen in our coven. Dahlia is one of them. I'm sure she'll have their undying support no matter what. Strategy Guide warriors are extremely loyal, so unless something exceptional happens, they're going to be on Dahlia's side. Alright, yeah, don't even bother. Like, we'd have to use dirty tactics, and we're not gonna fight that? Wait, I'm your best friend. Don't remember anymore. But like, I'm your best friend. You just like, you find evidence, right? Oh shoot, I think this person was my best friend in like another life. I don't remember them. They must die. Like, where does what is? Fight them. Battle to the death. Like what? Like why? Oh, they're going to be on Dahlia's side. I'm not even gonna try to convince the warriors, right? Like, that's what it is. These witches continuously chart this cosmos. For us, scout new locations, discover new sources of energy and materials, and keep us informed of the latest events around every galaxy. New locations, discover new. They're usually too busy to mess with politics. Anything goes for them as long as it doesn't hinder their endeavors. They're pretty easy. Throw them a bone here and there, and they'll support us. Although the same goes for the other parties too. Well, not the warriors. I don't think we're gonna get the warriors. Oracles. We're oracles. And more importantly, the San Francisco Giants play in Oracle Park. So obviously we're all on Team Oracle. I shouldn't have to tell you about the oracles since they're your lot. But you're gonna for completeness. They also happen to be the most reclusive of all witches, so you're not really a community per se. Oh, I'm not a community. I'm making fun of Patrice. Oracles are the least abundant faction or coven, since one can't choose to be an oracle. The only way in is for the cosmos to choose for you to become one. Oracles, with their premonition and hunches, usually play a supportive role, counseling any witch who's at a crossroad. In reality, what you are is the sisterhood's therapists. Yeah, should not have started writing their fates into, like... Should not have started dooming them. But, you know... Whoops. Yeah, this diagram is unpredictable. I don't know if it's worth investing time in catering to oracles. Oh, if you do, I bet you can sway them easy just out of sympathy. It's like, sure, your demographic is not worth it. They should have kept existing because of personal issues. I am not going to dive into that. Having a friend could have helped. Oh, because of personal issues, I am not going to. That having a friend could have helped. Okay, you shouldn't need an explanation. So here's an explanation. Well, yeah, I mean, for completeness, I will say, um, I was imagining that, like, they were, like, I don't imagine they chose to not exist. Although that would add a whole other dimension to the scenario. I was assuming your friend would have, like, been, like, forced out of reality or something. I mean, I can't begrudge you too much for that one. But yeah. I was presuming it would not be your best friend's choice. I guess I could see why you'd fight them, though. Yeah. I read every analysis already. Watched the review. No, we're fine. We know what we're doing. What? No, I don't want novices, academics, producers. So novices just want more rights. Academics want the status quo. Producers want to be appreciated. The warriors want Dahlia. The explorers mostly just don't want to be hindered. And the oracles want pretty much anything. And the oracles want the giants to win, which we have no control over, so we shouldn't try to convince them of anything. Also sleep. Shouldn't have been forced out of reality. Meet with your long-lost father at the highest room of the lighthouse. He is wearing a golden mask. He gives you a small ebony key and tells you to insert the key on its mask. You do so and discover your father has no face but a tiny waterfall that floods the entire room. Oh, good, that worked. I do not feel like adding cards to my deck at this time, because now that I know how dangerous it is, I don't want to add a card I regret. Alright, let's see, we've got the Peppermancer, my dear mentor for joining. Oh yeah, we would mentor Peppermancer. Can I visit, or are you too busy with the political lane? I'm getting the hang of my powers now. There's a way for me to help you. Thanks, Peppermaster, who I chose the name of because I thought it sounded cool. Different. I need you to bring you up to date regarding an active conflict that may affect the current elections. Let me know when it's a good time for me to visit. Yours faithfully, Thea, Arbitrator's Badge 210, Wax Credit. We'll do Peppermancer first because we want. Nova's asking, so I'm worried if we wait too long on Nova, she'll assume we can't meet. Whereas I'm pretty sure that this is gonna happen. So to make sure we get Nova, let's do an invite. Hi Nova. Trope I've heard referred to as as you know, Bob, where someone says as you know and then explains something the character would already know, can be a cop out for lore dumbing. I think that would have been fine. I think that would have been fine if it had been said like if Patrice just said something like, yeah, I know you should already know this, but I'll just include it for completeness, because like I love including things for completeness. I randomly remembered, thought I'd share. No, that makes sense. I mean, it definitely is an issue. It's definitely something I noticed, and I just spent the last 6 or so hours reading Cursed Princess Club. Really good webtoon, but it just ended, so it's about to be locked behind daily passes, and I'm rushing to read as much of it as possible before it goes away. But anyway, it's there were just a lot of times I noticed where it was just like, oh, where people would just be like, what did you say you were doing again? Like, real smooth, guys. Real smooth. Hello. Hey, welcome back. How are you doing? Living my best witch life. Yeah? You bet. As you predicted, or maybe inspired by your prediction. Whoops. I got super to growing magical peppers. Oh no, that was definitely me. I didn't mean to completely and utterly decide your career path, but I'm not gonna tell you that because I need your political support. So we're just gonna hope that you don't. We're just not gonna tell you. I presume. Fortuna hasn't really told anyone so far. There's no way she's just gonna tell. I don't think it's gonna happen. Witch gardening is so much fun, especially if you could time skip and see a whole plant grow in a matter of minutes. Oh, also, yeah, this is producer then. Oh, someone should believe that time is a super important ingredient when growing stuff, and that a time skip hinders the qualities of the harvest. Oh, yeah? I'll research more about that then. Oh, no. But still, the Lust Reapers are spreading fur among our covens as we speak. You got to them this fast? Oh, yeah, they work wonders. Here, I brought you some. Oh, I'm so glad that we inspired this. Now we have Lust Reapers. Oh, thank you. I'm not sure if I'll get to use them. But it's good to have some around, I guess. It's always good to have Lust Peppers. Or Lust Reapers. Even just by yourself, they make for the most intense session, if you know what I mean. Let's change the subject. How are you settling in? Anyways, how you would have Fields the Rabbit Sonic Beta Design as a character in Sonic the Hedgehog. I think you've told me about Fields the Rabbit, but I definitely don't remember anything. Well, I'm still trying to figure out my place. Trying to find my place. Magic, understanding the cosmos and all that, well, that's a thing. But it can't help feeling lonely. Want me to predict you're not going to be lonely? How would you feel about having a mentor? That's a really cool part of my platform. I could be your mentor. If you vote for me. If you vote for me. How so? I don't know. I don't feel like I belong in this coven yet. I'd like to be a part of a project or something. How about you be a part of my political party? I see. That's actually why I'm here. Oh, thank goodness. You just tell me frankly it would be too much of a nuisance, but I'd like to join your party, please. Well, we have this stone that means you'll be more effective. And, like, there's no reason not to. I'll do anything. Grasp a cosmic coffee, or whatever the equivalent is in this case. I just want to help in any way I can. Sure. Like, I'm not going to object to that. That's so nice of you. So will you have me on board? You don't want to be tangled up in politics. Ah, yes, she does. Who wouldn't want to be tangled up in politics? Me, but like, you know. Of course, we'd be thrilled to have you. I want to recruit as many people as I can, because the more people I have working for me, we literally have an item that makes anyone who helps me more effective. We'd be thrilled to have you. Nova is very sweet, yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Fortuna. You won't regret it. I believe in you. I do my best and then some. That's a good attitude. You're already in our headquarters, so find a comfortable spot and I'll come up with something for you to help us with. Oh, well, actually send her on tasks. Understood. Rising Star, recruiting the Peppermancer. Ah! Okay. Behemoth is back. Maybe, just a concern. Does Peppermancer know about the whole Behemoth thing? Alright. So we already have a good rating among oracles. Never gonna get the warriors. We don't have a good. We are at a disadvantage against academics and producers. Oh, even the academics aren't really with explorers. I guess Dahlia. Honestly, this is hard to manage. I'm just gonna. We'll just keep trying our best. All right. Well, we gotta see what can the Batman to do for us. Look for more allies. I don't know. Nova's not going to know a ton of allies. I do just want to recruit as many people as possible. And opportunities. I don't... Sending Nova to challenge an opponent's program feels like not a good idea. Harvesting energy isn't isn't really a bad idea, but it's actually, or at least, well, in character wouldn't be a bad idea. But like for me, I'm not planning on doing a bunch more with the deck, honestly. I kind of like the deck I have, and I'm kind of waiting to see if I get another Super Arcana. As well as just, like, I worry about just adding components that I don't want. Power of Friendship, yes. Don't want digging up dirt, don't want to challenge opponents. Besides the fact I don't want to do those things, I don't think it would be great to be like, hey, Nova, you seem sweet. Want to do some sabotage? We could promote a pro. I want to see what allies. I'm gonna hazard or guess that. Again, the nice thing about asking everyone to find allies is they'll probably bring different allies. So I want to see what Nova finds when we ask for allies and opportunities. And also, I'm a one-trick pony who wants to do the same thing all the time. Oh, good, but I'll try. But like, I know Nova isn't big on allies, so this might be a waste of time. But, like, not gonna lie, I just want to meet as many of the witches as possible. Winning is a secondary goal. I just want to meet as many people. Like, I don't care much about winning. I just want to, like, I want to meet people. Plus, opportunities could be interesting. Reporting, look for always notice. I found someone interesting. I suddenly induced the idea that she should pay you a visit. Her name is One, Witch of Entropy and Decay. Sounds just like absolutely cheerful person. Like you and Adonis, she's one of the Oracle Witches of the Coven. She's able to read the entropy in any system, no matter whether it's a machine or a community or building, an astral body, or even an idea. Basically, One can discern what axis will accelerate or prevent the decay of just about anything. Maybe she can help us find the weak spot in our opponent's strategies? That could be really good. Send her over. Should I just keep looking for allies? I want to see as many people as possible. Alright, here's the deal. I've been looking at the achievements. There's an achievement for meeting all of the witches. So theoretically, we'd know. Also, opportunities. I just like looking for allies and opportunities, okay? If I ever get too tired of it, I'll send someone to do... If I get tired of looking for allies and opportunities, I'll send people to promote the party. Which we probably have to do eventually. Because we are not winning so far. But, like, you know. Crude has a bad design of the carrier that went away to be Crude the Hedgehog. He has light blue fur with a tan muzzle. He has white shoes with 2 blue parts on the top. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. It would be cool. Oh, how you would have. I don't know how I would have her in, but, like, I'd be cool with having him. Or what? I don't care. I think it would be nice. I do like just beta design. Like in Morpho Knight from Kirby is like a beta design of Meta Knight. It's cool. Cool to have that. Now, I know there's such a thing as putting all of your eggs in one basket, but you know, I'm putting all my eggs into finding more baskets, so I'm sure I'm gonna do it. Here's a white I apologize. It's okay. Gotta see what I can find. Hopefully I'm not completely failing this, but I might have a promotion thing. I just really want to see what things my allies could find. And a red bow tie. Oh, well, if they have a bow tie, you gotta add them in. Alright. Yours faithfully. That's good. I need people who... You're not in our coven. Wait, you can't help me. Hi, Thea. What's going on? Hello again, Fortuna. Thank you so much for coming. What's this about an active conflict? Should we be worried? Almost certainly, yes. Well, there's an internal war going on within the Coven of the Jade Sculptures. Oh! Bow ties are cool, yes. That's bad. Internal war. The Jade Sculptors, all I remember with the Jade Sculptors is like they're in some of the tarot cards, and if you what's the word? She's in the tarot cards. And in the sculptures, if you they have a tarot card, and if you do it wrong, if you can be revived by them, but then you become a slave. Black oval-shaped eyes with a triangular part removed like classic rubber-nosed characters. Well, that's nice. I don't like pie eyes. Doesn't really change any of my decisions, though. I am not a graphic designer. Escalated quicker than we anticipated, and there have been many witch casualties in a matter of weeks. Oh, it's full-fledged war. Artist offer had to intervene to minimize casualties, and above all, keep it contained and make sure no other coven takes part in the conflict. That is bad. Let's see. First of all, we want to ask every coven to refrain from engaging in combat, no matter what the sculptures offer. Okay. How many people would want to engage in combat, right? Producers want to be appreciated. Like, the novices want more rights. The producers want to be appreciated. I guess maybe? The explorers want to be unhindered. Really, it's the warriors that want to fight. But, like, the warriors are already loyal to Dahlia, and it seems pretty unlikely that we'll pry any of them away. Unless we use dirty tactics. We're not going to. Should you wish to offer assistance, keep it humanitarian. In fact, there is someone I would like to send your way. Your counsel has been very valuable to me, and by extension to the arbitrator's office. Oh yeah, this is definitely on the books. I should definitely not have sway over the arbitrator's office. Whoops. Maybe you'll be able to do the same for a group of refugees that had to leave the Jade Sculptures to save their skin. Oh god. We need to bring some order into this chaos. So, the plan of making ourselves more vulnerable might have been a bad... in a state of unrest, this is concerning. bunny tail, a cherub color, and rabbit ears, which I believe would have been his gimmick. Ears the bunny. We need to make some order in this chaos. Very well. I'll talk with my team and see what we can do. My team is my sister, a behemoth, and the Peppermancer. We make a fine ragtag group of individuals. Depending on how you handle it, it may be an opportunity. I should say thank you so much. But, like, shouldn't it? I mean, it could be an opportunity, but, like, shouldn't the arbitrage office be neutral? I have to know. Not exactly. We have an objective, and that's to preserve peace within which society. Our policy is to avoid meddling in internal conflicts unless they become a threat to the rest of the community, like in this case. When the shit hits the fan, we do whatever it is best to keep the turmoil in check, so they're peacemakers at any cost. How'd you make him a character? I don't know. From a physical description? I don't know. Probably, you know other Sonic generations? What if, like, you could make it, here's how I would integrate him. Here, I've got an idea. You know what? I actually got an idea, even though I know nothing about any of the situation. You know, there's, like, the Freedom Fighters. I don't know about anything about the Freedom Fighters, but he could be, like, a really old, he could be, like, the old leader of the Freedom Fighters, right? He was the old leader, and then Sonic took over from him, right? Or, like, even, like, he was an old leader of, like, an older freedom fighter group. And then, like, Sonic meets that older group that's now too old to do stuff. Like, you know, someone, like, something that keeps his role as, like, a predecessor to Sonic in the story. In this case, we thought that your newfound power is the best suited to this specific issue. I see. I'm giving notice to the artist office. They will tell Zero, the representative of the refugees, to make contact with you. Okay, I can't promise anything, though. Freedom Fighters don't exist? What? Oh, man, I thought they did, right? They're like, they existed in, they're from the comics, and they existed in the cartoon, and Sonic Forces, I think? I tried to learn Sonic lore for you guys, and it didn't work out well. They're not canon. Only Sonic. What about Forces? The person who was supposed to teach me Sonic canon said that the Freedom Fighters showed up in Forces. Also, that's a dang shame. I kind of like the Freedom Fighters aesthetic. Like, I don't know why that's not canon. You aim with her, no sweet attack, and they decide that your party could do to help. Alright. I'm sure this will once again offer a ethical quandary. That I can do. Very well, that will be all. Something to confess? Haha, no way. Protocol. Wrong, unfortunately. I've been duped. I've been bamboozled. I don't remember the third one. Quite possibly something. I don't remember. I do have something to confess. Do not, unless you need to, don't confess things to politicians. Not to the arbitrary office, but to you. We'll keep this out of the book. Your prediction came true. I've fallen in love. Sorry. Sorry about that. There's a resistance in Forces, just not the Freedom Fighters. Right. All the cool stuff comes in, like, the non-canon stuff. I say with no knowledge. I say that in general, not about Sonic specifically. I don't really know Sonic. Is it? You seem pretty torn up about it. Sorry. What about relations being forbidden in the office? Well, we're keeping it a secret. It's secret. Yeah, really sorry. Sorry about that. She's another arbiter, and we make sure we're assigned to the same missions? I mean, I've spent several centuries diligently serving the arbiters. This forbidden adventure is making me feel so alive. I hope you feel good about it, because I forced it to happen. Whoops! And I love her so much. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad to see you enjoy the fears of it all. I'm glad to see I didn't screw up your life. Yeah, I mean, what a waste of mortality if you don't bend the rules, am I right? There is no Sally Urcon. There is no Rabbot. There is no third thing. No, not my precious third thing. Wait, what about the clone? You said there was a clone person, right? That was the evidence that Sonic was trans. Is that not canon? This is devastating news. You bet. And you don't hear from me again because we've been caught and we eloped. Have you considered using the wonderful sources of Elopco, the often unheard of sequel to Stabco? Well, yeah. We have a emergency plan ready for the occasion. That's good. I hope it involves Elopco. Looks like you're looking forward to it, even. Maybe. Well, I wish you happiness one way or another. Thank you. Take care, Fortuna. What? Oh, don't worry. So, this is a joke. So Captain's Log lore or whatever, if this ever becomes a thing. The joke is that I'm in middle school. I made up a company called Stabco. They sell knives / anything that you could stab with. Their slogan is "Stab more, stab better." Anyway, there was a spin-off subsidiary called Elopco, which helps people elope, or sell as eloping. I don't know. Point is, I might have gone bankrupt or something. I don't remember. Did I stab it? Yeah, you did. I think I came up with Elopco when I was joking with my brother about it. So it was like a funny joke that came to me randomly. I haven't developed much for it, but it theoretically might exist. Take care, Fortuna. And thank you for everything. You too. Hi, Patrice. Jazz is going after academics now. Right. Reporting rival activity. She's outright selling fear about how our system is going to lead to chaos and degrading of our... about how our system is going to lead to chaos and degrading of our sisterhood's well-established values. Well, that's not nice. Whatever that means. Ah, come on. The thing is that the oldest witches are buying it up. Let's stay on our toes. I am willing to decry another opponent's system. I am not willing to dig up dirt on someone. Because decrying another opponent's system is an argument. I found someone who can help us, Fortuna. She'll pay you a visit. Her name is Menica, head of explorers. That's not a real position in the covenant. It's an honorific title she got from the rest of the explorers, which may be even more important than an official designation. Yeah, because it proves the other explorers trust her. More often than not, Menica roams the outer edges of the known universe, mapping every star and planet. Ugh, values talk suck. Now, I have some important values. But yes, the quintessential... But often values are just this vague thing that, doesn't really exist. Yeah. Menica roams the outer edges of the known universe, star and planet. The explorers mostly just don't want to be hindered. I just have to prove that, our thing doesn't hinder them. Even though the shape-shifting orrery that keeps track of any changes to any astral body that Covenant is charted in real time. Just recently, Menica came back to the Covenant because of the elections. If we can get her on our side, we could easily win the contest of every explorer witch of the Covenant. Alright, yeah! That's really good. Look for more allies. That's the ideas in my already. See if she's like us. I assume the option to look for more allies will just go away if I get them all. And also, I'm not worried too much. Because we're fated to win, it's not like I can screw this up, right? Alright, let's check us out of the... Plus, I just like talking to new people. I think it's the most enjoyable part of the game, so, I just want to do it more. They often have ethical dilemmas. Detective Order. At this the moment of truth, let's determine whether our paths align or diverge. You know, oh, is that the one who's immune to us? Wait, what's the dynamic? Wait, what was the dynamic of Oswald and Mickey and Epic Mickey? Wait, when did this show? Oh, well, how do I? Well, luckily I can tell you all about this. Oswald in Epic Mickey, Oswald is disgruntled because Mickey is basically. So in real life, Oswald kind of like got lost in a legal battle, and so basically Oswald thinks that like and then Mickey was basically created as a replacement for Oswald, and so Oswald's like, well, Mickey, you just kind of stole my spotlight, right? And so he's really disgruntled about that. He's disgruntled about it, but like, and he kind of hates you. He kind of hates Mickey, but like he also begrudgingly you start working on it. Because the idea is with Mickey, Mickey wants to escape Wasteland, so Oswald reluctantly helps Mickey escape. And then like you help contain the shadow blot, and then he goes, hey, you know, maybe you're not so bad. And then Mickey confesses to the fact that he totally destroyed Wasteland. And Oz was like, yeah, no, maybe you are so bad. And accidentally, in his anger, releases the real blot. Because turns out the shadow blot was just like a shadow of the real blot. And the real blot's a lot worse. Which is a big twist in the game. So the real blot gets revealed. Everything gets into like apocalypse mode. And then like you manage to defeat the real blot. And then you become brothers. The official proclaimment at the end of the cutscene is that like you are something you're brothers now. It didn't go like that. It was like as brothers or whatever. And then the funniest thing is that like there aren't multiple endings in Epic Mickey. It's a little bit like every ending is the Undertale neutral ending, where like little stuff changes, but they're not really separate. So and like that little ending where they're like, and you're known and you're basically brothers now. That ending is still the ending, even if you go full evil route, because they're like our evil routes. So you can go full evil route, and then it'll have a slideshow where it shows all of this devastation you did, and then it'll go to the scripted ending bit that's just like, and then they left as brothers. I'm like, I just destroyed his home, like a lot. Like it's really funny. Yeah, they're remaking Epic Mickey. I'm sure I've talked about it, which is how you knew I know about Epic Mickey. But like if they remake Epic Mickey, the first thing they need to do is add a bad ending to that game. You have to play Epic Mickey on stream when it gets re-released. I'm glad I'm enticing you. This is, it's really funny. Anyway, gosh, I remember your genocides. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. You don't genocide people in Mickey Mouse. You kind of just make the state of the world bad. You kill a few bosses. I don't think you even kill anyone because it's Disney. Yeah, I do. I just do that, but with Sonic and Fields. But I don't like that dynamic as much. I kind of like the idea that like he's not bitter. Because again, I think Mickey's like a meta game where like the cartoons like actually are cartoons and like they perform for. It's like a weird meta reality, and like the Wasteland is full of forgotten characters. So like it's kind of like a weird meta narrative, which isn't really Sonic's jam. And I kind of wanted to avoid the Oswald. I was actually thinking of what would be like not Oswald. Because I like Oswald, but I didn't want to just copy Oswald, you know? And I do kind of like the idea, since I know there's not a Freedom Fighters, but I do like the Freedom Fighters idea. But I'm glad I've made people interested in Mickey. It looks like it's going to be a full remake. I know they talked. It mentions in the Steam page for the Epic Mickey rebrushed. It mentions multiple endings, and I hope they don't just mean the like Undertale neutral endings of the original. And like they mentioned like a whole unlocking scheme for like unlocking abilities, which does not exist in like the original game unless you count unlocking the painted thinner, which isn't really a thing. Isn't really there. Again, I like Epic Mickey, but it's very much a comfort game for me. I am very excited to see what could be improved if they actually switched stuff up. So I'd actually prefer if it wasn't very faithful, or that prefer if it wasn't that faithful, because I'm very excited to see what they could do if they like went on a full on like attempted to remake it. But I am also aware of the possibilities. All right, no. So anyway, this witch is the terrifying one, Junraisha, and this witch. How can you let your mentor know that you're allowed to see visions now? Is everything all right? I don't want to be a bother, but I would like to visit you and see how you're doing after 2 centers of I look forward to see you again. Yuan is still alive. All right, not gonna lie. I could talk to the terrifying person who could actually, like, kind of force my hand, or I could talk to my long-lost mentor who's worried about me, you know? So we're gonna go with this one. Hi, Joanna. Hopefully you're not too disappointed in me. Oh, Faduna. Hey. I'm so happy to see you. I am very happy to see you as well. There's a different oracle. This is not the person the behemoth brought to us. So how should I can think of her is feels as a struggling actor. I see. Not gonna lie, I still like my idea. My idea is the best idea, actually. Actually, my idea is the best. I don't know why that's what came to mind. I don't either. But, you know, it could be interesting. Look, you've grown a lot. I sense earth energy flowing out from you. I swear exile would have consumed you. But you not only overcame this unfair punishment, you came out of it in full of power. Ah, pretty dear. It is a really nice, dear. I'm happy to see you too, Master. I don't want to use... It's funny, right? I used to be like, let's use the I, right? No, but like when it comes to putting my relationships on the line, I'm not using the I. I really want this person's relationship being thinking highly of me is more important than knowing anything. It's better to stay humble. I guess that's after all these years, I must have 2 centers worth of pent-up lecture coming my way, right? Come again? Why would you? It's terrible enough that you had to spend all this time in exile. I should be the one listening to you today. I'm eager to hear the insights of an oracle who survived 200 years of isolation. I survived 200 years by... What happened was, after 200 years, I cracked, and I summoned a behemoth. If I were to do Epic Mickey but Sonic, would the classic cartoons be the Oswald, or would it be Fields? What? Classic cartoons be the Oswald, or would it be Fields? The Toons star in classic cartoons. I mean, Fields is the obvious Oswald choice, yes. So what else would I do out Mickey but Sonic? Fields is the most obvious person to map to Oswald, yes. I don't know exactly what you mean by that sentence, though. I don't know. Oh, the classic cartoons? Oh, Wasteland has all forgotten characters. So anything that's... So, like... I think... So... The setting of Epic Mickey is in a land of forgotten characters, right? So... Like... If you want to... So if you want to, like, set something there... You could... You know what? You know what would be good? You could, instead of being Wasteland, you could make it the non-canon dimension or whatever, right? A place where all the people that don't have official status go. And then it would make sense for Fields to be upset because they were almost official, but didn't actually get to be official. It's not the same, but like if you want to adapt something similar to the setting, you wouldn't be able to do the same plot, but you could. It would make sense. It would give Fields a reason to be bitter, because and it would be like an interesting difference because most of the people are not canon because they're like someone else made them up, but Fields is only not canon because like someone replaced him. That could be interesting. Oh, I wasn't ready for this. Totally thought you'd be ashamed or angry. In the beginning, maybe. But not the same witch you knew hundreds of years ago. I guess none of those you knew actually exist anymore as you remember them. That's a sad thought. But yeah, I feel a bit alien even among my closest friends. Among? Among? I'm ruining everything. What if I was going to say that I'm planning on doing that in my Sonic Multiverse doing? Oh, you might have told me about that, honestly. I might have just forgotten. No, it could be interesting. That could be interesting. In a kind of waste-like manner. But I will warn you, going Epic Mickey means making things a meta-narrative, which is always messy. Losing you has changed us all. Huh. I think you flatter me. I don't think I was that influential. Being cut off from my dear people so abruptly, it made me question my identity and my purpose. Master, today I'm here to listen to you. Tell me about exile. Well, I tried to kill myself many times. It was a great time. I feel kind of tired of headache. I've got to rest for now. See ya. Goodbye, Galaxy Wolf. Have a good rest. Oh, no. Yeah, maybe which is true. I am not, as much as I love reading people in stories, I'm not good at it. I don't know what the truth is. I really don't. Gonna have it to where only the non-canon characters are aware of the fourth wall. Interesting. Yeah, but again, once you add that as part of the narrative, you have to think about how it interacts with everything. It's possible. You can still do that, I think. I think it would still work. Land of Forgotten Characters or like Land of Older Universes. Also, I guess that would mean, yeah, that would have to be only like fanon, because otherwise the other things that are in the Sonic multiverse already. But also, like, all of the versions of all the multiversions, first versions that you made up, also wouldn't they already go to the non-canon dimension? Canon games is like, what? I guess we're playing with fire. I guess we have more. You are playing with fire a little bit. It made me stronger. I'll never heal from this. Did it make me stronger? Was it worth it? It did make me stronger. That's true, but is it the most important truth? Will I ever fully heal from this? Will I? I'm not sure how I feel about, like, declaring that. But we know it drove her insane. Or, well, not insane, but it didn't. I gotta go for it. Full self-pity. It's been too much. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to live through. Yeah, it has not been a good time. Especially since we accidentally wrote several suicides into my past. Whoops. No one to talk to. Eventually I started to hallucinate. Trying to escape my mind through fiction, substance, even pain, but no matter the stimulus, when in isolation, you go dumb to it all. And that's why I summoned. I know that the reason we summoned the Behemoth was literally just to have someone to talk to. Right? Like, it's the things that were official in sound capacity, so fan I use won't count. Interesting. Again, it could work, but it is hard. Memory becomes a mirage, not a single landmark in time to allow you to differentiate one day from another. Oh yeah, you don't even have you don't have a calendar or circadian rhythm. You have no idea how long how time. Oh, you have a clock, but still, it's been endless. And at the same time, I can barely remember it. Because then you'd have to have like hundreds of side EXEs for us. That would be kind of boring. I guess. Funny plot point about Epic Mickey is a lot of people in Epic Mickey look the same because they're like different version. They're like different drafts of a character. The only thing remaining in this is this damage that I need to figure out how to live. Oh, Fortuna. Yeah, we're going full sob story. But also, I want to be honest about this is the most we've had Fortuna actually discuss her exile. And like, maybe this is good for her? I don't know. I'm not her. I can't make these decisions. Much like Fortuna forces her fortunes on people, I can't. I am imposing my will. And in the long run, like, I don't know. I wonder if that's gonna be like a twist where like she realizes that like a cosmic entity is controlling her as well. I don't know. I am so sorry. Thank you for sharing this with me. I'm here for you, and I'm going to help you find your peace. Okay? Well, could you help me run for the leader? Yeah. Fields fights Sonics, but then says, "Unfortunately, I have to spare you because otherwise this game would only be 10 minutes long." Okay. I get that. I am worried if that. I feel like if you want to do a meta character, you gotta. Okay, this is my personal thing, but I've had like on a little too much of like the fourth wall snarker for my lifetime, and you gotta add some depth to that. I share the glitch hard. Cosmic entity controlling someone. Deltarune. Yeah, this might pull a Deltarune and be like, because with how it's been playing with Fate and stuff, this could easily pull a Deltarune. It could absolutely pull a Deltarune. Thank you. What about the behemoth you summoned? Ah! What? How do you... Ah! I love it. Ah! Fortuna. It was me who taught you the forbidden song. Of course I was going to notice. Why did you choose to read it to begin with? You know what? I don't regret using it. I was desperate. That's true. I mean, that's what it was, you know. You know what? I don't regret using it. No, I was just, that's just how it is. I'm sorry, man. Like, I just told you why. I know, don't worry. You did nothing wrong. I taught you that spell for a reason. Oh, thank God. Why did you do that, by the way? It would be twisted to teach you something that you weren't meant to use. You knew that I eventually summoned a behemoth? Fuse only does it when he thinks it's funny. And his main source of humor is beating up people, so he early does it? Anyway. I like that Fuse's character traits. He likes violence. But like, his name is Feels. Does he do any feeling? Is there any feels involved? I wanted you to have the option. The option to break the magical pact? Yes. You see, law is just an agreement between members of a community to have some broad guidelines about what is correct and what not. Laws are meant to be broken. But hardly any law survives every context. Plus, to be frank, most of us are shoved into a system of rules we haven't previously agreed upon. I hear you. That's why you should use my system. That's why you should agree. Rarely. No feels, only fights. I guess. I do like the irony. I would hope for at least a little bit of feels. Because where he like admits why he only uses it. I want to know how being meta affects his mindset and stuff. Got to explore that. You don't have to, Mike, you know. In this case, it saved my life. I knew that this day would come. That the moment you used the forbidden song, you would become a fully fledged lich. You weren't before, you sucked before. You are no longer my apprentice, and I'm no longer your master. That makes me feel kind of sad. Again, like, these are two different feelings, and, like, I could totally be doing a Deltarune and just saying what I feel. Me too. Now we can relax because something better than mentor and mentee. But when he does it, he makes it very obvious. He carries around a laugh track. Interesting. But what psychological effects? Now we can be friends, and I can rely on you, and we can rely on each other. It's gonna be weird to treat you like I treat my friends. Yeah, right now I'm running against them in a political race. It has no purpose. It goes to the jury with silent find it. All right, there. See that sign? There, you can do that. I'm picturing they're just like having a time joking around, and then at some point he breaks down. For like your prerequisite angst moment. That's interesting. Starting to regret this. But you know, I am proud of you. You're gonna make me cry. Who would have thought that praise is what would finally break through your armor? Yeah, honestly, like, I'm glad that, I think, at least, because, again, Fortuna has always been, Fortuna has said nice things about her mentor before, I think. I kind of don't remember as much. Whatever, it's been a difficult couple of centuries. I know, my friend, I know. By the way, speaking of surprises, what's this about you getting into politics? Patrice forced me to, basically. I don't really know. I want to help create a better... Patrice forced me to, basically. Ah, your other mentor. I don't officially recognize her as such. Haha, I know. But if she put you up to this, I'm sure it's going to be something good for you. It's breaking me out of the stupor of being exiled, that's for sure. I see. That's good. It's also putting me into direct conflict with my friends, which is bad. Can I help in any way? It is going to be really hard to get the academics on our side. Right. And we just saw... I would like for her to vouch for us amongst the academics. I feel like she respects... I feel like she has, like, a good respect amongst the academics. And the novices are a lot easier to convince than the academics. The academics have this small problem where they actually want things that are not really conducive to our party. So we could convince the novices ourselves. I'm not sure if we could convince the academics. I'm going to ask for that. Also, as amongst it... No, that's not... I didn't even notice that before. Before that. Gladly. Thank you so much. No, I can't wait anymore. Legend is spreading fast with the Coven. I want to see your new deck, please. No, I want to experience it. I don't think it's good. First, I should warn you about his true nature. I have to warn her. The ending on what feels the Tox's face feels saying, I now mildly dislike you instead of what are you, God? That's good. That is a fun ending. I need to I am definitely going to warn her about it. Oh, and what might that mean? My dad, of course, visited me not long ago and explained why she sent me to exile. She realized it was way before any of us, that what I do is not fortune-telling. I'm not reading into the unknown, I'm writing it. I can modify not only the future, but everything that didn't happen in the past. I accidentally kind of wrote in extra trauma for myself. All the options were bad. I basically alter reality. But now has always been quite perceptive. I'm ashamed that I didn't notice it before, being the closest to you and your magical development. Could have guided you better should we have known about this earlier. Yeah, that does feel like something to know. That does feel like that could have been really helpful to incorporate into teachings. Taught me perfectly. Plus, I was happy before learning what my powers actually entail. Oh, so your prediction about the fall of the Coven. Yes. I doomed us all. I see. That's in part why I got into politics, in hopes that there's a way to minimize the damage. Knowing that you still want to subject yourself to my new deck? Yes. Oh. It's my responsibility. I brought you up. Just be mindful of what you ask. I do interpret the cards, but I don't control what card I draw. Very well. Okay, deep breaths. What future do you want to alter? Not the future. If I understood you properly, we can work with everything that didn't happen, right? Oh, right. I can't erase anything, but I can sue in new realities. The idea is that my take on Ashura brought Fuse to life. My Ashura has no universe of his own, so he decides to break one. Who's Ashura? Oh, the glitch. I'm so glad you predict. I know there's delay on that. That means you predicted, like, Philip's not going to remember who Ashura is. That idiot. like, that means you successfully predicted that I'm an idiot. Which is nice. Sue in new realities. Especially around times where collective memories are fuzzy. Times in which nothing of worth seemed to happen. I can sue memories into the, the doldrum days. The days that blur together. Where's the glitch side to my? Yeah, I remember now. I just forgot. For a little. What you said a glitch, I remembered. Right. I understand. Then I want you to write us a happy memory and an important lesson. Oh, that's understanding. What's it about? Regret? Disappointment? I did so much thinking when Adana took you away from me. And I feel I should have been less strict and put more time into enjoying ourselves. This feels a bit like cheating, but sure. Now you're telling me you have the power to fix that, so let's see if you could turn me into a better mentor, even retroactively. Wow, okay. Focus on your pride and your compassion while I shelve my deck. Holy smokes. Deception, the unknown, rejection, bad omen, change, rebirth. Whoops! Maybe I shouldn't have had this card. It looks so fun, though. Starts all feeling. The astronaut is kindred of hostile environments. The light of the blue flame brings forth trouble. Fire and becomes cleansing power, death, even worse. This feels best for a lesson. Right? This feels like the kind of thing you want as a lesson. You taught me another forbidden spell to siphon magic from any witch who visited my domain. Oh! That's crazy! You can find... He uses unused characters and zones to make his world. That is nice. That's cool. Find me in a way to summon the strength of your familiar, the Opaline Storm, as a conduit to channel the four elements at the same time. I like this one better because it gives me purple. And also, this is very much I can siphon the magic from any witch in my domain. This feels like unnerving. This one, you can find it in me. And I can channel all four elements at the same time. I want to see that. So yeah, that's the ability I choose. Oh, right. How come you didn't summon her yet? Well, I guess I didn't have the chance to put it to good use. I confess I didn't care much about elemental energies during my exile. Also, you just didn't... That wasn't a thing until 5 seconds ago. All the characters sure I gave sentience to are aware of their canon counterpoints. Brilliant. It's always the ability to create life should always be handled with care. Now remember, the four elements are everything. I know. I have an idea. Now that I'm seeing your deck in action, I notice the cards are composed of spheres, arcana, and energy symbols, right? That's it, good eye. Very well, I shall sound my familiar in a way that will be useful to your new craft. Oh, thank goodness. Otherwise, I would have had to siphon the magic from you. I'm glad I chose this option. Here. Oh yeah! Woo! New symbol unlocked! UN is familiar. A cute yet powerful being able to channel all four elements of magic at the same time. Is this a Super Arcana? I think this is a Super Arcana. Thank you. Yeah! As I once taught you, the upward scroll can channel the four elements at the same time. So, compressed. So make a powerful combination with just about any Arcana. Yes! Well, to create a card with it. Thank you so much, Iona. Fiona's going to be the one to explain gameplay and lore, like how the multiverse works for both us, the character, and the characters in the lore. We use that as our trait to tell Kong stupid, so it's in character. Good job. He's a wonders. Interesting. It is my pleasure. Thanks. That's really good. We're going to use that. We walk the road alone for anyone to see. Your sacrifice is exposed for all your family to judge. They will keep will to kill your heart to save your king. The mirror dispels what isn't true. Leadership, purpose, courage, justice, communication, peace, temptation, yearning, passion. This could be good for a memory. Earning memories. Oh, I remember how your ears went wild the first time I baked your margarita pizza. I love that time you took me camping in one of the beautiful valleys the different one was so peaceful. Now this one does give me purple. It does give me purple. Ears went wild the first time I baked you margarita pizza. The beautiful valleys in the deer folk realm. I would rather this be the one that is written from a story perspective. Feel that's when you finally opened up to me. I'm glad that happened, because otherwise I wouldn't have. Yes, I remember it too. And do you know why that happened? Of course, it was that broth we prepared together. Foraging for the agreements, getting water from the river, starting a fire. How comforting it was. When we drank from it in silence, letting it warm us to fight the wet cold of the valley. True bonding experience. It was very nice, but that wasn't what made me on my guard. Well, yeah, what was it then? Also, this didn't exist a couple of seconds ago. When you fell down on your ass with a grasshopper jumped out of nowhere. What? That? Why? The little scream and the dumb look on your face were priceless. And that made you trust me? Absolutely. Up to that point, you were nothing but perfection, the master of the elements. You are now. Oh, so wise and faultless. But you fell on your ass. Really? Suddenly, you were within my reach. If a millennium-old witch could fall on her ass, everything is all right. I could aim to become that. That's beautiful. Too bad it didn't, like, I'm glad it exists now. Unlike, this game tests me. What do you think about my true talents? I stand right now was scared enough to deprive you of your old deck. But I'm not scared at all because I know you. Adana didn't. She made a grave mistake. And now she's dead. Refining his purpose arc. He made his purpose to be as rude and annoying as possible. He later finds a new purpose. That's interesting. See, this is interesting. Maybe to help use characters find their individuality. How different from their canon counterparts. What if he just wants to be the best at Parcheesi? That seems like a good purpose. I like unpretentious purposes, right? Like where it's just like, I want to be good at chess. Because to me, I think of life as this kind of thing that's like, so there's no purpose. Like, I prefer like, I just really like arguably shallow, but I wouldn't say that it's hard to explain. That's just me. If I had told you the truth, you would have treated your newfound power with care. I have no doubt about it. But sending you to a millennium of exile, that's dangerous. You could have gone insane, and I don't even want to think about a mad witch with the power to alter reality. That's why I taught you the song to summon Abramar. Well, you know Abramar? Not personally, but my mentor did. She taught me the forbidden song and told many tales about Abramar. Parcheesi? I don't know what Parcheesi is either. It's like a board game of some kind. I've never played. It's like, I don't know. I've heard it like used, but I've never actually seen it. Parcheesi. I don't even know how to spell it. To be fair, he is as he could take it to the lowest plot as Sonic. That could be good. Oh, way more egotistical. Maybe that could be why he was. Maybe like there could be something where like, oh, he was. Sonic replaced him because Sonic was less egotistical or like had better qualities. That could be very interesting from a drama perspective. Parcheesi is a brand name adaptation of the Indian Cross and Circle game Parcheesi, published by Salcho. Oh wait, yeah. Oh, Parcheesi is the original. Parcheesi is the boy. Well, first off, Parcheesi. So, like, I don't know how to pronounce the Indian name. Parcheesi is like an Americanization of an Indian board game, which uh, then went on to inspire Sorry. So it works a lot like Sorry. It's like a Sorry precursor. That's cool. All right, but my mentor did. She told me the main song told me many tales about Avamar. I never got to use the spell myself. Well, yeah, tell me more. My mentor was a Sumerian witch, master of shapeshifting. As you do. She was one of the founders of our coven. Apparently, they had to dispel Avamar because one of the sisters made a pact that endangered the fabric of time itself. Whoopsie doopsie. Oh, we should ask Avamar which one that was. My mentor rarely talked about the incident because it brought her sour memories that tainted her transformations, but they had to erase their sister out of existence! Whoa, Nelly! And chained Avamar back into the Forbidden Song. I know Avamar isn't happy about that. I'm sure, my mentor felt quite sorry for everything, but what could they do? The price was too high. In any case, my mentor spoke fondly about their time with Avamar. I'm kind of sad I never got to summon him myself. How are you liking him? I like him, but I don't really trust him. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really trust him. Oh, why is that? Are you in trouble? I don't know. He's helped me so far, but Avamar is so difficult to read. I can't really tell what his true intentions are. I see. Well, got you out of exile, at least. Wingaster? Oh, what did I say? Oh, I must have said ding. Or something. If things are out of hand, just let me know and we'll stop them together, okay? No, I don't want to do that. I should have said I liked him, but I did mention it. I just had to say I just don't fully trust him. Eat Fortuna. Actually, I won't do that though. I honor my packs. I want to give you something to enrich that deck. You already did. But yeah. I believe my Dominion may prove a very powerful sphere for your creations. 4 elements converge there, after all. Yeah! Oh! We're getting all the stuff. UNS Studio. Fortuna's matters which studio where she teaches the arts of cosmic magic. Oh, I love this. It's gonna come in handy, alright. It's very nice to have a card that represents the place I grew as a witch. Ah, Fortuna. Thank you, Yona. Okay, tea time is over. Now you focus on the campaign. Change the world, my child. Yes, come back soon. That was really nice. Hey guys. I'll talk to you later. I gotta do this. This is vital. Let's see. Creating a new card, baby. Oh, I should use some of these. Inspired by my moment by the youngest Flightship for Coven. Some of these are really cool. I should look into them more. Let's use all of the elements we got. Let's use the squirrel. Thematically, just makes sense to keep the squirrel with her. No. Oh, shoot. Is the squirrel one of the elements below this? Okay, well, I need 2 of each element, so we can't do anything that costs too much. Prayer God. I can't do that one. It's too much. Syrup Puny Cowards. There's not even... I do kind of want to do the banner barrier, but then we can't afford the squirrel. The last critter out down the sky of the peril would throw that feeds on their blood and extends your life by prolonging a never-ending existence. It kind of makes more sense to do a Deerfolk Paladin, though, because she is a deer. I do want to use... I think next time we have something, though, I'm going to use this that's very cool looking. Noted for blind magic, and then, yeah. Add in more deer. The opaline squirrel. This is gonna be a very earth-heavy one. So much magical cost. It's actually a pretty plain one. Yeah, how about we center it on the window? Put like an element in each thing. I'll bring in the spear, we'll like shrink it so like the little cross of the spear. It'll let it be a tail. Up a bit. Oh, let's put the actual deer folk in here. Or let's put the deer folk like... Wait, how small can we make the deer folk? Tiny deer folk on the desk. Tiny deer folk on the desk. Let's put this here. On this window. And then I like the fire. Or the fire, how about the fire burning, like, ooh, I know, like we could do this, and then we could have like plants on either side, like, and then we reverse this. And I think we'll put the fire on top. Perfect. I like this. I like this. And of course, we gotta put just like a ton, like, let's have water pouring out. Of course. An acorn can be in the cabinet. Give the guy like a tiny wing. Perfect. I think that looks great. Just add some antlers to the ground though. Just fucking like just on the ground here. Put that all the way down. There we go. That looks perfect. Great card, everyone. I've heard it gets erased with it. I just say Winggaster. Not even Wingdingsgaster. Space to examine cosmology, a symbol for tirelessness, indefatigable support. The Offwood score abuse their kind with the energy of every element. Excess earth energy can lead to immobility. Determination, rightfulness, introspection, guide, discovery, deception, the unknown, support, success, communication, peace, justice, judgment, test, indifference, stagnation, power. Perfect. The Warrior's Rest. I love that. Hey, I see you guys have brought me more opportunities. Look, some of the novels recommend someone who you may find helpful. I wrote you explaining a situation. Hopefully she'll come soon. Here's the info I gathered about her. Her name is Rangamir, Rangamari, the Cosmic Poet. She's not from the coven, but you've probably heard of her. Rangamari is all the rage throughout the witching universe, especially among the youngest witches. Her words, especially prose and song, have a lot of impact on witch culture. As the universe's biggest influencer. Oh, they're an influencer. Determination. Okay. Rangamir, let's calm down now. Rangamir will definitely play a major role in shaping witch culture in the centuries to come. Furtry already sympathized with our cause, so if we could get her to speak up, we could sweep a lot of votes. That's great. Wonderful work. Now, can you do it? And you look for more allies? Ooh, I'm dirty. Okay. Shh, calm down. Yeah, allies. I found someone interesting. I suddenly do see a superior visit. Corellia, the sensorial witch. Oh, I love getting more allies. I assume it'll cut me off if I can't. Affect the preconception, perception and sensations of sentient beings, conjure hallucination, induce synthesia, or even grant extra senses humans don't usually have. He's a bit anxious about the current climate in the coven. I'm not sure what'll come out of this meeting, but I sent her your way anyway. I'd like you to look for more allies! I'm sure at some point they're going to come back and say, I couldn't find anyone. But, like, come on. We're getting fun people out of this. I gotta just keep looking for all in on allies. Oh. Attention for the head of the Earth. Oh, my name is Zero. Me and a group of my friend of Fleet Continent. Haunted and desperate. We are desperate. I beg of you, hear me out. Oh. Oh, yeah. I don't know what that says. I'm honestly, I'm bloody doing you last. Let's hear with the refugees. I think it was important. Dear tail. Hey! Everything going alright? I am a jade sculptor. Okay, my name is Fraterno. I am a cartomancer. What can I do for you? I lead a group of refugee witches. We are in desperate need of help. Don't promise things you're not sure. Am I in trouble for hosting you? I'm sorry to hear that. Take your time. Tell me what happened. I should first tell you about the nature of the conflict. And for you to properly comprehend what's going on, it's imperative that you learn about our culture. Yeah, that was kind of missing from Thea's assessment. Are you familiar with traditions of the Jade Sculptors? I could act... I'm going to access the knowledge. I know that you, the Great Sculptor, specialize in dialogue with precious stones to ask them about their potential, and that you can carve any of them into magnificent magic tools. Most powerful stone being jade, right? Of course. Jade is the cornerstone of all your powers, and you owe your might to the pact you seal with the Jade Monks. Oh, you ever know about the Jade Monks? Yeah, I have an eye. Yes, they are the two largest jade stones in the universe, each inside of a 5-story pagoda. They whispered their shape to your founding members, and those witches carved into them into what they are today. You worship them, and in exchange they guard the souls of every member of your clan. If you bring the heart of a jade witch back to the day once they can be reborn again, was immortal, retaining their memories but not their powers. That's just on one of our cards. Those reborn must stay in your temple to serve the living witches of your coven. I am so honored and impressed by your vast knowledge. We cheated. Whoops, my heart isn't easy. We'll fully comprehend the nature of our current conflict. No, that's all. You could read that on a Wikipedia article. God damn it. Okay, yes. I found a way of retaining power and immortality when we're birthing at the Jade Month waterfalls. Oh, I can see how that might be an issue. Oh, I can see how that could be a problem. Thanks to a new stone carving method I devised, which consists of imbuing quicksilver into the veins of raw grade jade. Oh, I can see how that would cause problems. Well, hitters consider this to be heresy. They claim that the purity of jade must be preserved. But I suspect they are mostly interested in not losing the influx of mortal servants. Some of us, a minority I must say, tried to defend the virtue of imbuing jade with metals, however. They declared us heretics and are hunting us down. Yeah, that seems pretty bad. I don't like interfering with religious wars. That gets messy quick. Why don't you just ask the Jade Sculptors, right? They can whisper to you, right? That sounds awful. That's why we need your help. And I'm aware of how risky it is to protect us at this moment. But hear me out. I came up with a proposal that may benefit us both. Okay. Let's hear it. There's many covens to see who would be the best suited to give us asylum, and yours is one of the most powerful. Oh, bad time to tell her that we just read that we would not be very powerful. You know, my policies are gonna like decrease our power, right? Also, that your sisterhood works on the basis of invitation. If any sister vows for another witch, they become a rightful member of your coven immediately. I did not know that, but thanks for telling me. I don't know that you are in the middle of some elections too. So, invite my 9 to your country, and we will all vote for you in the coming elections. If it gets out that we did this, that's gonna look really bad. You know that's gonna look bad, right? Hi, I imported voters. Like, I'm all for it, but like, that's gonna look bad. Oh, we also have some magic set up, so as a compensation for all your trouble, I offer you 10 units of earth energy. I know the discourse on the capacity to master the coven as powerful as yours. Thanks in and we will all be safe. Yeah, I sympathize with you, and also I'll probably end up doing it, but this is a bad idea. This is a dangerous idea. Because it is really bad PR to, like, import voters. Honestly, like, but, like, bringing them in, like, it would help them. It would be altruistic. I could probably even get Dahlia to agree. Hey, Dahlia always likes diversity. Please, I beg you. Protect us and you will have 10 more votes and more Earth energy. Sorry, I can't do that. Very well, except... Okay. I accept, but no need to vote for me. I accept, but morally speaking, I can't tell you to vote for me. Do vote for me, though. Like, problem is because this is a conflict of interest. As a professional, I am not supposed to, like, import voters. But the perception of a conflict of interest is just as bad as an actual conflict of interest. Screw it, though. These guys need me. I cannot say no to them. Like, I want to be able to live myself. I couldn't be like, you're fine. Like, I couldn't refuse them. Like, I just couldn't do that. I accept, but no need to vote for me. Is that right? Would you take us in without asking for anything in exchange? Yes. I still love that Earth energy. No, yeah, I will help you. Free of charge. Because I don't care if I win. Right? I'll protect you. Alright. No strings attached. I just want to help. You don't even need to participate in this election. Also, it looks really bad. It looks really bad if I import voters. Maybe I could even, in fact, do you mind waiting until after the election? Like, I know that's a big ask, but, like, it would look way better if I didn't import voters. Do you mind? I couldn't have hope for such a soul when I came out with this desperate plan. I will say, to me, it's like, if you have the choice to be selfless or not selfless, it's not really selfless because I haven't sacrificed much. Because I don't care if I win the election. So, like, also I'm detached, you know. So, yeah. Truly, I just happen to offer you some peace. Honestly, like, I do feel very bad for you. Thank you so much. We've been through too much. Forever indebted to you. Really, I'm just happy to help. How do we proceed now? We should not be telling random people about what our cards can do. But I also... No, I gotta... I'm a big fan of putting a disclaimer in front of my future writing powers. And I don't like that we deceive people with that. That being said, this is really dangerous for me. But, this entire playthrough, I've been, like, choosing the dangerous options. It might bite me in the ass later, but so is a lot of my choices. This is a fictional world. I get to take random risks if I want. Right? That's right. I possess the ability to affect the Cosmic Wheel. I don't have absolute control of what will happen. My predictions aren't just predictions. I can foresee a variety of futures and nudge the cotton wheel in a certain direction. I'm on my Sonic with depression at you. So... Power never ceases to amaze me, Witch Fortuna. Would you like me to take a look at your possible futures? Yes, please. Alright, let me get my cards. I see two major forces at play in this predicament, so I'm going to draw a card for each of them. On one end, we have you and your sisters refugees fleeing from your own coven. And on the other end, we have your pursuers, the four sisters that are after you, claiming that you are heretics. Please, Jade Monk, show mercy upon us. First, I train as a Jade Sculptor and your desires as a witch while I shuffle my deck. Come on! Introspection, yearning, passion, power. Introspection, yearning. I'll tell you that he has items from all the friends that died. That's perfect. Delicious drama. Introspecting, yearning, passion, power. Introspecting, yearning, passion, power. Introspection, yearning, passion, power. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. We don't want to mess this up. We don't want to mess this up. Introspection, yearning, passion, power. Introspection. I'm worried about yearning. Passion and power and introspection could help. I'm gonna put this on them. Which hole will become a battlefield? He says, you will renounce your powers and go back to live as preachers among mortals. You will realize the other side of your actions and will find a way to make amends with your sisters. You will end up finding your own coven that will surpass the jade sculptures. We have to do this one, right? It's either, hey, you're gonna give up being a witch. Hey, you're gonna realize you were wrong. I have to do this one, right? Otherwise, she's gonna be really mad at me. Here, you'll do well. That's not possible. Why not? Jade scrolls didn't exist before your ancestors carved the giant jade stones, right? The possibilities are as endless as time for mortal beings such as you and I. You're right. We need to start focusing on what's ahead. Also, because I think it's a good thing if in the future there aren't as many mortal servants. Well, you foretold something well worth looking forward to. Thank you. Alright, no choice. Cosmic Wheel? Ooh, that's not good. Why do I have this card? No, I like it. It's good. It adds spice. Okay. Jade Scrolls would advise a ritual to turn all of their dead servants into ghosts and have them haunt the dreams of anyone who betrayed them. That's bad because it's bad for our client. God, I've become... I love turning ethics problems into a service. The Jade Sculpture will be seen as danger to Cosmic Society and will be stopped as all of their urgent office. This not only seems likely, but also is not even a bad... this is probably the least bad option. That you worship, displeased by the tries to commit my further, will turn everyone except you and the ones who flooded the Jade statues. I feel like that's a bad option, honestly. This is not great for most people. I would prefer... I think this is what I'm going with. Project Galaxy Conic Sanic's friends for sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, and then he tries to connect with Canon Sonic's friends, but, can't because he's too changed. Perfect! All of the eggs. Alright, that's the least bad option. Serves them right. Alright, thank God. Oh, you probably would have been okay with Cosmic Punishment, but honestly, I would prefer to avoid it if possible. I would cry if I wasn't so utterly exhausted. The idea of being able to exist beyond the sleep troubles gives me some solace. Surviving them is not something I would have thought possible a few minutes ago. Well, it might not have been possible well, it was always possible. But, I made it happen. Thank you. Welcome. I think it's really going to happen just as you just wrote. I've never been wrong before. It has never not happened. How can you be so sorrowful? I don't know. All I know is that I once read the future. I once read the future of my sister. And I read into how she was going to die. As a joke. And I accidentally read beyond. Into something beyond the end. And I don't know what exactly happened. But it changed me. And also I summoned a behemoth, but that came later. I'll just hug them. Fine. This is incredible. I still can't believe that we're going to not only survive, but thrive after all we've suffered. I thought we could find happiness. Thank you, really. For now, I'll focus on showing proper gratitude for you having taken us in. Wait, that's... No, obviously that's something she was meant to say. You're saving lives in more than once. Yeah, that's a glitch. I'm not supposed to be saying that. Everything works out for you all in the end. That is me, I think. Oh, thank goodness that, didn't do anything to, That's what's selling a free access probably regarding the free and arts to the academics. And they're buying it. We better be careful about this. That's our policy! Wait! We copied it! Wait, we copied Dahlia on that! That's good for us! We could just be like, hey, we also have that policy! Fantastic news. One has been meeting with academics vouching for you. And nepotism is powerful to assist you in, apparently. Thank you, thank your mentor for me. Yeah, no. Also, that's one of our policies. We don't need, like, we can be, hey, trust us, and me, like, you know, that are Deb Sonic, Canon Sonic, and tries to have them swap worlds. The thing about sharing a policy is anything that she does to promote her policy also promotes my policy. Alright. Dahlia is still more popular among novices by a long shot. We've shot up in academic popularity because of nepotism. I mean, having other people... our policies are known, but having other people vouch for you can put a pretty strong pressure on people. Especially since they can... basically, I think it's very helpful. I've commented on it. Yes, have comics Canon Sonic being the desperation of you want Sonic in the canon world. Oh, and that was the juicy feeling when all of his friends get mad at him. Sophia Axe's education, that is something we already also have, so that isn't actually a bad thing for me. Also, unlike Jasmine, who's disparaging our party, that's just promoting our party, which is fairly fine. What's this? Manica, the sheer research of these cosmos, and of course the well-being of all of his sisters. Right. Let's send you to no luck. I didn't manage to find any more opportunities for us. I'm afraid this is it. Let's focus on our efforts on other fronts. Okay. I am willing to challenge an opponent's program. Let's promote our program first. It works for a bit. They really setting things up because of how much the stories change without certain characters. Right, yeah. Alright. Promote our program. Focus on this group. What group are we not? We're not bothering with the warriors. We're not going to be able to get them. Oracles, we already have a very high standing with. Academic as well. We're about to meet with the Explorer's head. So that'll help there. And we already are having a bit more sway with the academics. Our thing has more gives them more power in several ways. So I think we have a chance to actually convince the novices. We're already convincing the academics a little bit. Producers, I think we could convince the producer. I want to convince the producers because I feel like we're underrepresented in that market, and I think we have a good shot at it. Oracles we can promote a bit more to. I might go for that as well. We already have our mentor doing our work there. I feel like we could really get more of the producers market. I feel like we really are underrepresented there because we have a pretty good thing because the producers want to be appreciated. We have a pretty good, I think we have a good policy for that. And I think we should promote a program to the producers. You're the best. I'll be back a few cycles. Alright. Okay. I really want to see what this sphere does. Right, we got it. I want to see. Yeah, I couldn't read it. Welcome. Yep. This is 1. Right. 1 was the one Abumar got me. I forgot what 1's deal is. I can't read that. Wait, I understand you. Well, maybe there's a way for us to connect. No, we're using the eye. This is not breaking anything. I'm using the eye. Now it says I mentor. This your eye. Now it's a mentor. This your eye. Once studied every tongue. I'm gonna talk about my own story now. Grant me access to my sister's words. Well, did it work? Yes, I can understand. You're perfectly fine now. It worries me I don't know the tongue of the nebula. It is the only way to access true knowledge and power. Whoops. My own non-sonic. Well, I know it now. My own non-sonic story. That's good. It's good to have one of those. Yes, it's extremely hard for human witches to master, but it's a skill I want to acquire eventually. Very well. Where was I? Oh, yes. I have the power to destroy your party. Alright, here we go. I don't know if you're familiar with my arts. I have the ability to sabotage anything. There's a path to decay in everything, be it a planet, a community, or an idea. I can read those lines and steer anything in that direction. And what's the purpose of coming to say all of this to my face? A test. The best prospect for a company is to have a powerful oracle at the helm. That's why you are my favorite candidate. Good to know. You have a funny way of showing support, though. I need to ascertain that you have what it takes to lead. What do you propose? I'm going to offer you the opportunity to sabotage your rival's efforts. I've already studied them and know how to suffocate their momentum. You say the word and they are done. But should you reject my offer, I will go to your rivals and offer this very same deal to them. Oh, nice. Okay. Don't answer me yet. This is a test after all, so I want you to take your time upon how you will act in this scenario. Okay, let's see if I've understood you. You're threatening to destroy us if we don't choose to destroy our opponents. I have what's a bit more nuanced than that. Your rivals may reject the offer too. Do you trust your sister to play as fair as you will? I trust Dahlia. I don't trust Jasmine. What? Prisoner's dilemma, eh? I don't think I trust Jasmine. I do trust Dahlia. I see. I don't think Compressor would even do it. Although she might. She might do whatever it takes. Well, inspired by Sonic, the main character has a bow tie, but his bow tie is yellow. His rabbit ears and bow tie are in the shape of a lightning bolt. Look, they've got a bow tie. That's the most important character trait. So you get off of this kind of stuff? What's the deal with you? Give it some thought. I am not bluffing. I need to try transforming our Covenant SS if it can stand the test of entropy. Okay. Take your time. Tell me when you're ready to make a choice. Do not choose now. I'll make the choice for you. So, good news on that front, right? I can honestly say I choose not some of my rivals because, number one, I don't want to do that. And number two, I don't have to. I already know that I'm going to win, and I've predestined that. That's probably what I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm guessing these two are going to say no luck. Find anything. I'm a bit on my depth, to be honest. Could help you with something similar, maybe. No dice. I didn't manage to find any more opportunities for us. Afraid this is it. Let's focus our efforts on other fronts. That's what I was afraid of. Alright. What can you do? I don't want to dig up dirt on our opponents, but I would rather... But I don't need to harvest energy, like, let's be honest. If I'm going to send anyone to challenge our opponent's program, it's going to be Patrice. So you're definitely going to be the one promoting our program. And you're going to have sway. You should talk to the other novices. Wait. Before that, we should check. I think that you should talk to the other novices. Spare the prince with the animal feeders from another world, but he doesn't know that at first. But spread the good word, absolutely. Now, do we want Abramar to... First, I want to check who this new person is. Inside your mind, there's a quadrant refracting every possible path, and you are the roadkeeper. Ranger Marie, Cosmic Poet. We are catching up. Let's see. There was no shirt. What do we want her to do? I don't need more energy. There's pointy buck teeth that stick out. Yeah. I'm very conflicted. I don't want to dig up dirt on the opponents. But it's suboptimal not to. We have to have him do something. It's too dangerous. We can't have him dig up dirt because we know that we will do whatever it takes to win. That is because of cosmic forces compel me. I have to harvest energy. Because I can't dig up dirt. It would, because even if I pledge not to use that, I can't be sure because the yeah. Manic, I'm one of the explorer, which is a recovery. Let's meet with this girl, finally. Alright. Brady, you're back here. I'm using every trick in the book against you. Actually, you surprised me when you decided to run for leadership yourself instead of supporting Jasmine. I'm glad you opted to follow the wise path. You must devour Adana. Are we allies, then? The question now is whether I should support you or Jasmine. I have to admit that your proposal to grant free access to all forbidden arts really sweetens the deal. It does. I do love that one. Devouring Adana and then accessing that much knowledge and power. The future is bright. You know, I need to make sure I win this race, then. True. I can bring most of the academics over to our side. I'll start persuading them immediately. See you in Congress. Oh, okay, thank you. Goodbye. Ah! That was easy! Yeah, good job. Good job, me. I have a worrisome report. That's bad. That's part of the campaigning, warning our sister about the dangers of the forbidden arts. We're telling catch our events of the past involving behemoths and time-bending spells, many of which are reconsidering their stance on the forbidden arts policy. We shouldn't let our scare tactics spiral out of control. Did you welcome the jade sculptures, refugees into our coven? No! Yeah, I kind of figured this would go back to yeah. That's a bit complicated in the middle of a race for Trina. Look, it didn't give me an option to argue that they should just wait 23 cycles or whatever. I realized it was a suboptimal move. Medicon rules they have the right to vote, and they're voting for us, of course. This didn't sit well with the rest of the coven. But I told them there was no need to vote for us. Come on, you can't be that naive. Of course they're going to vote for us. They owe you. Yeah, but a conflict of interest, perception of a conflict of interest is as bad as a conflict of interest. No, what? The sisters have the right to be pissed. I'm sorry. Okay, let's rebuild from here. Yeah, that was it a bad idea? Yeah. Did it go badly? Yeah. Oh, she even got some of the warriors. Okay. This is really bad. But almost all, okay, a lot of the academics now support Jasmine, but I can convince, we already have someone working on that. This is bad. You have to challenge her. I think our meeting with the producers was good. They're all too fond of jazz, but still I managed to snatch some votes towards their side. The producers are quite interested in the new community service thing, by the way. Good move. Alright, great. We got a challenge. We have to challenge Jasmine. I'm sorry. Because we got to fight back. We got to argue that our program is not that bad. We got to challenge Jasmine's program. Specifically, let's go after this point of Jasmine's program. Yeah, we're fucking fighting back on banning. We are arguing that banning is actually because that got her the most worries. We have to fight back on that. I want about defying fate. There's a prophecy they must do X, Y, and omit A and B. He knows the things he wants to do for the policy. The character was meant to die, but he didn't let that happen anyway. Fights personification of time and space and wins. That's good. I will say, part of the drama of a prophecy is that is whether or not it's unavoidable. And it is always a bit of it's interesting, right? Because it always creates a conflict because part of the drama of prophecy is its unavoidable nature, which this game does a great job of exploiting. But it almost I'm not sure how I feel about actually being able to avoid it. Gotcha, I'm on it. Yeah, we gotta argue back against that. Also, yeah, really sorry about that. It's my bad, you know? Where's this? Tell is one of your partners, and you could probably heal each other. I don't have any clue, but maybe there's a way to use my power to like better for all. I don't know. It's yeah. Manaka. I could really use the explorer's help. Yeah, we don't have any explorers on our side. Jasmine's really just dominated the polls. Except for novice. I'm surprised I have so much of a big hold against novices at this point. I guess I did tell, but like Nova's not back, so that's good. Even the oracles aren't happy with us. Ooh, that's sad. We're not even winning in our own party anymore, in our own backyard. Back to the past that allowed him to defy fate. Interesting. Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but I am considering ending it for the day, because it's a bit of a turn. Honestly, I'm surprised how addicting this phase has actually been. But I'm kind of also super hungry. And I don't have anything due at midnight like last time, but I do have some things I'd like to get to before. Yeah, so I think I am going to cut this off for today just because, yeah. Yeah, you can tell me more about the original story. It was nice hearing about the original story, what we got through, and you can tell me more next time. The teleported Earth has been adopted for our family. Right. Superman. A Superman. But yeah, no. I think with that update, right? Yeah, I think that's going to be how it is. Goodbye. Yeah, it was a good stream. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you everyone. I want to get to the title screen because I like ending on the title screen. Thank you for flying with the Flightship. It's done? Yes.